Going live again with Verdun. Grinding to get my watch hours up and talk to people. Let's see who joins us tonight. Anybody joins us tonight. Can at least talk and have some fun and talk about life, right? I'm pretty tired today. At least talk and have some fun. I'm tired today, so I don't know how entertaining I'll be, but we'll see what happens. See if anybody joins us. See if anybody joins us. See if anybody joins us. Letting my peeps know that I'm online, posting it in Discord, posting on YouTube community. Again, guys, if you want to talk to me personally, you can always post in my YouTube community. I respond fairly quickly. Again, you can ask me questions about the paranormal or anything you want. Oh, Miss Polly's meowing at me. What you want, sweetie? What you want? It's going to be a nice peaceful stream tonight, or try to be a nice peaceful stream tonight. Should be a nice peaceful stream. Whoa, my goodness. Polly's scratching up her cat tree. Her ginormous cat tree while Nico's passed out on the couch. And here I am grinding again for my watch hours. Nothing wrong with grinding and working. Again, I'm really tired tonight. I had a long night, busy night at work, so let's just try to be peaceful. I thought about playing a more peaceful game, but all the other games I have downloaded at the moment are, well, some war games, some paranormal games that would make me jump like I did the last time I was on a paranormal game. Been waiting to go on Phasmophobia with some people instead of going on it solo, because I got on there solo last time and I was like, I really don't know what I'm doing. So I'm back on Verdun. I still have not made it on Azonzo yet. Again, it's a busy weekend, or it was tonight. It was tonight. I didn't see how busy I'll be tomorrow, but again, I might be taking a week off of my paranormal vlog to work on content. Got to get caught up and organized a little bit because I'll be adding another vlog. Trying to work on content to answer questions that people have left me and explain some and elaborate more on some stuff. Which is taking a little bit more preparation and work, but that's no problem. I can take a week off of it if I have to. We'll see what I get done over the next couple of days. 14 people online here on Verdun on a... Well, I guess it is Friday. But I'm going to be adding another paranormal vlog entry called my Paranormal Hotspots, where I talk about my favorite paranormal hotspots, places I want to investigate, places I want to investigate further, places I have investigated, and so on and so on. That's in the works. I just got to organize it, put it together, do some little research, because I want to add a little bit of the histories of some of these places that I've investigated and want to investigate. And so on and so on and so on. So I got a lot of content in the works. I just got to organize and put it together. So, yeah, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. What the hell? Oh, okay. Well, who should we play with tonight, guys? Who should we play with tonight? I was playing with the Alpine Yager last time. I think I'm too tired to snipe, but we'll see. If there's not too many people online, maybe I'll do some sniping. I tend to focus and not talk as much when I'm a sniper, so maybe we'll go to some machine guns. Maybe the Lancer unit this time. Maybe the Lancer unit. Yeah, let's go ahead and play with the Lancer unit here. Doesn't take too much to be a machine gunner. Polly's curled up in my lap here like a good kitty. Oh, I guess she just got up and was like, oh, well, you're talking about me, so I'm going to run away. You know how cats are. You know how cats are. So let's just go to the machine gun and just try to have a peaceful stream and have some fun. We can talk about whatever if people get on. Don't know if Amanda or Brent or Cal or Mr. Stafford or Chowder will jump on. So let's have some fun tonight, guys. Let's have a little bit of fun tonight. Have a little bit of fun, a little bit of fun. Busy week, or a busy night tonight at the old hotel. Busy night tonight. Bit worn. A whole lot of... Maybe I should switch to my broom handle and maybe find a different spot. Find a different spot with a better view so I can... Somebody just... Gaming Pepsi? Gaming Pepsi. Well, I used to drink a lot of Pepsi. I drink mostly Coke now. I don't have Pepsi around. It's Coke at work, so... Gaming Pepsi. Used to drink a lot of cherry Pepsi. Maybe I should post my gun up down here on this little hill. Maybe I could see a little better. Get some more kit. Oop, never mind. Mr. Rogue One. Yeah. Mr. Rogue One. So hopefully we'll get some people online here. Hopefully we'll get some people online. Again, I'm grinding mostly to get my watch hours up. I gotta get my watch hours up. I've got 930 subscribers, so I'm not too worried about hitting that 1,000 mark. I'm more worried about getting my watch hours up. Playing around with a little bit of the broom handle here. Maybe I can prop my gun up here. Let's prop my gun up here. They seem to be coming down this little corridor. Always reposition my gun. It seems like they're coming down this little corridor here. Ooh. And of course I can't swing my gun all the way around there. Got a couple of kills there. Your NCO called in a mortar shell. Well, good for him. Miss Polly the cat here is just kind of roaming around my room. Nico's passed out, drunk or something, on the couch. At least he was laying like he was passed out like a drunk. Oh, Mr. Rogue One got me again. So yeah, guys, I'm working on a lot of content. Trying to get it organized. Trying to get it a little bit better organized. People keep intervening. And life intervenes, obviously. That's some people that will pop over that wagon. There we go. Jeez Louise, I had to waste like almost a whole magazine on that guy. Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. This doesn't seem to be like a bad spot to pop a gun up. Doesn't seem too bad of a spot. I wouldn't have wasted like a whole magazine on that one guy, and bullets just seemed to go through him. Doesn't seem to be a bad spot. Oop, don't jump in front of me. Don't jump in front of me, asshole. Oh, somebody got me. At least I'm getting some kills. Excuse me. Tommy's kind of upset. I hate... Note to self, don't eat a whole thing of Chinese food and then eat, like, fried fish right after it, because it messed up my tummy. I wasn't even that hungry, and somebody's like, hey, you want some fried fish? And, sure, I'll eat some fried fish. Tummy's like, gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. What the hell did you put in me, asshole? I'm like, I was just hungry. It was free. I might as well eat it. Right? Can't turn down free food. There's fried fish from the Rock Island Ale House. If you guys ever get a chance, if you're in the Quad Cities, come down to the Rock Island Ale House. They got some good food. Used to be a Bennigan's. You guys ever ate at Bennigan's? They still have some of those Bennigan's items on that menu. Still got the Monte Cristo and the Turkey O'Toole. They added a few things. But it's pretty decent food. Have a beer. It's a good place to just have a beer. The waitresses down there are pretty decent, too. If you go down there, ask for Miss Amy to be your waitress. She's like one of the sweetest waitresses there. So she's the one that gave me the free fish tonight. She came in, she's like, well, the fish special was tonight. You want some free fish? And I was like, sure, I'll take some free fish. Of course, it didn't mix well with my Chinese, like I said. But it's still delicious. I'm a nerd. Oh, that dude jumped out of that little abatis there. Abatis? Never know if I pronounced that right. I always say abatis. Might be abatis. I can't. Little minute details. Little minute details. Ooh, maybe I should prop my gun up here. Maybe I can get some good kills. Got somebody. Can't swing my gun all the way around there. Hi, Mr. Rock. Hi, Mr. Rock. Oh, that's somebody. That's somebody. He's a dead somebody now. Putting all kinds of souls in heaven tonight. Got another person. Look at that. Got my belly full of fried fish from the Rock Island Ale House and some Chinese. They really don't mix well together, but it was still good. It was good when I ate it. It was good when I ate it. Man, this is a pretty good spot for my machine gun. Oh, they got somebody else online. Chime in, say, hey, tell us how your night's doing. Talk about the paranormal. Talk about war. Talk about anything. I'm just sitting back, relaxing. I haven't gotten a beer yet, but I might. Talk about life. Got all kinds of people running around here. Guess I'm not hitting them with the old machine gun. Oh, got somebody there. Never mind. I guess they didn't want to talk. Guess they didn't really want to talk to me. That's fine. We can have fun just talking to ourselves. Because I'm a nerd like that. I'm a nerd like that. Oop, out of bullets. Well, I was having fun there. That was a nice spot for my machine gun. Oh, somebody got me as I was trying to get up into the trench. Well, and I got Miss Polly down at my feet. Always good to have a cute little kitty down at your feet. I like hearing that. Pop, 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 pop. Ooh, excuse me. Boy, that tasted like Chinese and fried fish. Just prop the old gun up here. I might need to go down to another crater. I think they're hitting down on that left flank. Oh, there might be somebody there I can shoot at. Got it. That was a headshot. Nice. I like headshots. That guy probably doesn't like headshots, obviously. I like them. They get me more points. Maybe I should have placed my gun a little bit farther down. I'm starting to hit that center area. Somebody finally get that guy by that wagon? Oh, how'd that guy just walk up on our trench like that? Holy crap. Well, I finished watching the Hans Holzer files, where Hans Holzer's daughter... Oh, yeah, Hans Holzer was a paranormal investigator from like 1950 to 1980, or probably even longer than that. I think he investigated 60 years. Well, anyway, there's a show called The Holzer Files, where his daughter and a couple others go back through this dude's old paranormal case files and revisit them and go to these houses that he investigated in like the 60s and 70s and everything. I finished that. There's only 2 seasons of it, unfortunately. It's a fairly decent show. Y'all should check it out. So I started watching Portals to Hell with Zach Osborne and Kate Weidman. Yeah, that's a really good one, too. They actually investigate more of the darker side of the paranormal, which I think needs to be done more, if you ask me. That's a pretty good show, too. Kate Whiteman's got her own YouTube page where she does paranormal stuff, and she's got a YouTube show called Voices from the Grave. That's like paranormal / true crime. I have not checked it out yet, but I plan to. She does a pretty good job. She was on Paranormal State with Ryan Buell and Heather Taddy. That's a good show, too. Sitting here trying to survive the Western Front and talking about paranormal stuff. There's nothing better than that, I feel. Nothing better than that. Or maybe there is, but when you're a nerd like me, it's the little things like that that just make life enjoyable. Gotta make life enjoyable a little bit, right? That's probably out of range, but I just like taking pot shots. Ain't that right, Miss Polly? Ain't that right? Her ears cocked back like, I know the asshole's talking about me. What the hell is he saying? You guys need to check out some other paranormal shows. If you're looking for more paranormal shows to watch, there's the Paraverse with Jason Hawes. Jason Hawes has his own YouTube page where he makes paranormal content, and then he started the Paraverse, which he adds paranormal content to. I haven't checked too much of that out yet either, but I plan to as well. Ooh, we got to fall back already. Holy crap. There's Heather Taddy doesn't really post much on her YouTube. I think she's doing her own show with somebody. I can't remember. But there's a few out there. Excuse me. Jason Hawes just posted something a few days ago about some of the people that he supports that y'all should check out if you need paranormal shows to watch. Eventually I'll get to that point, but, well, I'm on such a low budget. I vlogged from my phone, if that tells you anything. I got something, I think it was either yesterday or today, where it was like, make thumbnails for your content and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I make it from my phone. I don't make it fancy enough for that kind of thing. So, of course, I just saved it, and I'm like, I'll eventually get to that point. I'll eventually get to that point. It's how low budget I am. I do my content or my vlog entry from my phone. Nothing wrong with that, right? You got to start out somehow. Got to start out somehow. If I had equipment or resources or whatnot, and a good tech person, I could make hell of a lot better content. But when you're on a shoestring budget like me, that's what you got to work with. I try to do the best I can with what I have. Try to do the best I can with what I have. That's all you can do, right? Is try to do your best with what you have. Well, that's what I'm trying to do. It's a grind. It's just a grind. Just a grind. As I sit here, machine gun the hell out of people. Just machine gun the hell out of people. I need a good tech person. Like, my weakest thing is tech. When it comes to technology and doing all that stuff, I'm like, oh, God. I could sit here and, like, edit, make somewhat decent short videos for, the shorts part of YouTube. But boy, when it comes to that, like, make a thumbnail, I'm like, what in the hell? How do I do that? How do I make it look pretty? Need a good tech person. Need a good tech person. A good tech person would go a long way for me. Good tech person. I could just plop my gun here. Oh, tried to plop my gun there. I was low on ammunition on that machine gun anyway. Excuse me. Miss Polly got up and ran. I don't know. Oh, she was hungry. I need to get her some more food, I think. See if we can take this trench, fellas. See if we can take this trench. Getting behind Tom here, 1979. Tom, 1979. Oh, I pistol butted the asshole. Shoot, I only had one bullet left in there. Oh, I have 22. I think I've played against them. Gotta find a good spot to put my weapon, my machine gun here, but we gotta clear out the trench first. They seem to come around that corner. I should just hide and wait in that corner. I hate just hiding and waiting, but nobody else seems to be pushing down the trench like I'm trying to do there, except for a couple of squad mates. Maybe we should try the other direction. Maybe we try the other flank. I could try to put my gun out here. Maybe? So of course, as soon as I find a spot, I can place my gun. They get me. Bastards. That would have been a decent spot, too. Would have been a decent spot. I don't think if there's any other good paranormal shows for y'all to watch. Chris Williams has her own YouTube page, but again, she doesn't post that much. She hasn't been posting much paranormal stuff, but Got a feeling she might be. I know she was talking about if people wanted to go ghost hunting with her, she might go back to ghost hunting, but like I say, I wish Heather Taddy posted more on her YouTube. I think she's working on her own show again with somebody. I can't remember. I thought I saw something. She was working on her own show with somebody. I really like Heather Taddy. She's a good investigator. Okay, Katrina Weidman, though, she's really good, too. Like I said, she's got a couple of really good shows. Who else am I missing? Who else am I missing? I wish Ryan Buell would post on his YouTube, too. I'd watch the hell out of his stuff. I really liked Paranormal State. But right now, it really seems like Jason Hawes is the one to watch, and Katrina Weidman. Seems like those two are really posting stuff all the time, paranormal-wise. Maybe there's more I haven't discovered yet, or hasn't been recommended yet. I can't... but it's like some of the people that I really like paranormally don't make YouTube content. Like, I would watch the shit out of Heather Taddy stuff on YouTube. I would watch the shit out of Ryan Buell's content. They don't really post content. At least not on YouTube. I wish they did. Plus, they've both got really good stories, too. Ain't that right, Miss Polly? Ain't that right, Miss Polly? Another good show to watch paranormally. I haven't watched this one in a while, but I watched it quite a bit a while ago, is Kindred Spirits with Adam Berry and Amy Bruni. Amy Bruni. I couldn't think of her name the other day. But Kindred Spirits a really good show. They do a really good job investigating. And again, those two don't post much on YouTube. Adam Berry, I think I'm subscribed to Adam Berry, but he hasn't posted anything in his YouTube in months. And I don't think Amy Bruni does either. Two really good paranormal investigators. Like, all these people that I like paranormal investigating wise don't really post much. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because they got busy lives or something. I don't know, but maybe if we get more people to subscribe to their YouTube, maybe they'll do that. I don't know, but they're people I'd work with. People I'd work with. Oh, got shot in the back of the head by Ivy again. Saw my back of my head get blown apart there. Holy shit. At least I didn't see it coming. Let's see, how did we do, guys? How did we do? Did we tie? Did we get tied there? 56 and 20. I didn't do too bad. Oh, excuse me. We were going up against the Marines. No wonder that was a tough match. Artois or Saint Mihiel? Let's go to Artois. I can't remember what that map is. St. Mihiel has a lot of different crater holes, a lot of different spots to snipe from and everything, and I don't know if I've got the patience for that. So, I mean, I do, but just want to plop my machine gun somewhere and just hack away at somebody. Trying to think of who else paranormally you guys should subscribe to and watch, but again, most of the people I like don't post on YouTube. Some of them, a couple of them have their own like shows that they're working on, I think, but I really try to stick to watching YouTube and Amazon. I haven't looked to see if Jake Osborne has his own YouTube page. That's another person I gotta look at because he seems to be a decent investigator. Like I said, I like Portals to Hell. Again, they focus mostly on the dark side of the paranormal, which I think is good, really. Hey, viewer, chime in, say hey, say how your weekend's going. We're just sitting here talking about paranormal stuff, and, well, I'm just trying to hack away at people with a machine gun. So plop my gun right here and fire down on the enemy. See a muzzle flash down there. Still too far. Maybe I need to move up more here. Somebody's counter-firing me. Thought I had a pin down there. Maybe I guess I didn't. There, got that guy. Giving my guys cover and fire to assault the trenches here, but... Ooh, long shot. 89 meters on that guy. Nice. Reload. Reload. Reloading. Reloading. Such a good vantage point here. I really don't want to move up because I wouldn't have as good fields of fire, but... There we go. There's like 82 meters. There's another 76 meters. There's another one there. Getting them as they're like trying to go down into their trench, so I mean, I guess it's helping a little bit. Got a piece of that guy. Down to 26 bullets, and then I gotta use my broom handle down there in the trenches. It's not like a little flash down there. Nope, that's my guy there. Oh, out of bullets. Out of bullets, guys. We're gonna run down there with the old broom handle. Run down there with the old broom handle. Oop. Oh, caught me. Trippy Days! I haven't seen him online for a while. Or her. I don't know if it's a him or a her, but I haven't seen them online for a while. Trippy Days usually kicks my ass. Bum, bum, bum. Bum, 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 bum. If I can find a good spot, maybe I can place my gun. Oh, just as I was trying to find a good spot there, I would have been able to rake down the line there with a... Then IV-22 took me out. Bum, 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 bum. Means we lost the trench. See if I can... Cannot sprint. Well, not near squad leader. Oh, well. Piss off. Let's see here. I don't see... Oh, that's my guy. I want to shoot at my guy. Well, I think I need to move up to that left flank. Let's move up to that left flank. Let's redeploy the old gun here. Let's redeploy the old gun. Maybe up by this wagon wheel. I can't really sprint since, you know, they spawned me halfway across the map away from my squad leader. Ooh, maybe if I place it right here, I might be able to. Of course, I really can't see through the weeds, bastards. Maybe if I maybe move it up a little bit there. Nope, still can't see. That would have been a decent spot too. If I move up to this little hump of a crater hole here. Oh, that's a little better. Long shot, 85 meters. Yeah, I gotta love those long kills. Longest kill I've gotten with a machine gun in this was with, I think, the Shaw Chat. I think it was like 114 meters. It's ridiculous. I don't know if I could ever do that again. But that's how good the Shaw Chat is. That's how good the Shaw Chat is. Of course, I redeploy my gun. Whoa! Who's firing at me? Who's firing at me? Go to the ground, dude! There we go. They would have gotten me they would have gotten me had I was trying to place my gun, so that's why I went to my broom handle. That's why I went to my broom handle. Gotta love the broom handle. You know, I like the Luger pistol on this, but the broom handle is so much better. The Luger's not bad. I like the fire rate on it, but the Luger's better. Oh, let's see. Luger. If I could place my gun right here. Take out some idiots here. That guy's just out of my gun reach there. Oh, nope, that's my guy. Sorry. Poked him in the butt. I was hoping a couple people would jump online that are my so-called community, but I guess they won't. I guess it's Friday and they got lives. That's fine, I guess. Guys have lives. Nah, they're good people. Good people. I haven't seen much people online the last few times I've gone online. Killed somebody. Somebody's firing up from that little bunker area. Maybe I should swing my gun around here. Seems like they're coming up from that. Oh, and of course I redeploy to the other side. And Ivy gets me again. I was hoping Mr. Staffer or Chowder or somebody would be on, but that's okay. That's okay. We're having fun anyway, right, guys? We're having fun anyway. Trying to. I think I have good line of sight there. I moved up a little bit to that next little round spot, hilly thingy. Of course, they'll probably come up around, can I place it here? Swing around. And of course, I'll find a better spot here. Maybe this is a better spot. Yeah, that's a little bit better spot. That's a little bit better spot. Covering them from the rear, but it looks like they're coming down that trench line. Swing around this way. Swing around this way. There we go. Having some fun. Grinding, getting my watch hours up. Trying to. I have a couple people that watch, couple people that lurk. Nothing wrong with lurking, guys. Nothing wrong with lurking. I just like to know how you guys are doing, how your weekend's going. Somebody's shooting at me. Who's shooting at me? Of course, they're just out of my gun range there. Oh, that's my guy. Got somebody. Looks like my squad's taking that left flank area. Should really kind of cover them from this point. There we go. That's right. Somebody's shooting up there. Somebody on our side. We got pretty good coverage there with that machine gun up there and my machine gun down here. Pretty good coverage. Should be able to take that trench and hold it. Should be able to take that trench and hold it. Headshot, wow. That was a long headshot. I saw somebody pop up over by that tank. They like to use that tank as cover. I mean, I usually do when I'm on that side. Piece of that asshole. There we go. Garçon! Got Irene Garçon! Garçon! Da 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 da. I'm low on ammo again. I wish they gave me more than 200 bullets. I have to start running down there with my broom handle again. Oh, nice shot, bro. Nice shot. Down to 14. Nice little spot here. I gotta come back to this spot. Whoa, what happened? What just happened? What just happened? They want me to Okay, well, I guess we switch to the Stoss troop, and I'm going to be running around with the machine pistol. There's nothing wrong with that, because I like the machine pistol. I kill the hell out of people with the machine pistol, so go ahead and have some fun with the machine pistol, I guess. I really wanted to just sit back and kill people with the machine gun, but that's okay. It's kind of a mood I'm in tonight. Because I'm just tired. Oh, somebody's shooting at me from behind. Bastard. Die, bastard, die. Oh. I kill the hell out of people with the machine pistol. That's pretty efficient. Ooh, excuse me. That tasted like Chinese and fried fish again. Stostrup. Yeah, your artillery did not work. Oh, that's my guy. I like this machine pistol. This has honestly become like one of my favorite weapons in this game. It kills so efficiently. Kills so efficiently. Plus you get a lot of ammo with it. I need a lot of ammo because my aim sucks. Oh, nice shot, Orville Remington. Just run here and clear the old trenches. Clearing the old trenches. Well, sucks to suck. Oh, oh. Gotta love the machine pistol. Oh, somebody came around that corner. Colin Highmore. What's that look for, Miss Polly? Talking some fun stuff tonight so far. Mostly talking paranormal stuff and paranormal shows. Talking about shows to watch and content that I'm trying to make. Oh, my lack of fun's really, hamstrings me, but I try, and that's all that matters. It'll eventually get me there, right? It'll eventually get me there. I'm excited to start my new vlog entry, my paranormal hotspots, where I talk about my favorite paranormal hotspots and places I want to go and investigate. I cannot wait to start making that again. I'm trying to organize it and do some research before I start making the content, but it's coming soon. Again, I'm on a shoestring budget. I make the vlogs off of my phone, so they're not really pretty shiny, but my commentary and stuff I talk about is really fun. I'm actually really excited to start talking it and making that content. And one of the things for me is I really try to go to paranormal hotspots, or my paranormal hotspots, because I have the advantage of being like, oh wow, there's a lot of paranormal energy here. So a lot of my paranormal spots that I talk about are spots that, probably don't get investigated much. Because they either aren't as well known or they just don't get the recognition. They might be well known in my area, but some of them have never been on TV shows. Like one place is New Salem in Illinois. That's one of my favorite paranormal hotspots that I'm going to investigate at eventually. That's in just outside of Springfield, Illinois. It's where Abraham Lincoln really started his career. And the last couple of times I've walked through there, I felt a lot of paranormal energy there. So I'm going to be talking about New Salem. It's like a living history area that used to be an old village back during Abraham Lincoln time. So that's one area I plan to talk about. But some of these spots, aren't known for their paranormal activity, but I've gone there and I can assure you there's a ton of paranormal activity there. So that's part of why I'm excited about making some of this new content with my paranormal hotspots, is because they're spots that don't get talked about. I like finding those little hidden gems like that. And helping these sites out, It's what I like about what I do, or what I try to do. So New Salem is on that list. I'm doing a little bit of research on it. I'm going to call down to the administrator down there, see if they have any good stories, and add it to my vlog. And there's a couple other spots. I'm going to talk about the Bell Witch in Tennessee. I know that's been on at least one paranormal TV show, but that lore doesn't really get talked about a lot. It's not as well known as some of the other lore, and I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about if you guys have ever heard of Galena, Illinois, it's where Grant worked, I think, for his cousin or something in some tannery there, and it's where he lived when he became president there. There's a few different spots in Galena that should be investigated more. Maybe I know they've been investigated by like the Illinois Paranormal Group, but it doesn't get on TV or get the recognition. The oldest house in Galena is downtown Galena. I think that would be a fun one to investigate. Last time I went there, it was like you walk in and you're like, oh my God, it transforms you back into 1830 or whenever it was. So that's one spot I'm going to talk a little bit about. There's all kinds of mansions around Galena that I think deserve to be investigated more. Again, I think the Illinois Paranormal Society, or whatever that group was or is, I think they've been there a few times, but it doesn't ever make it on TV, and I think the more exposure for it, the better. There's all kinds of stuff. There's other battlefields, Civil War battlefields I plan on talking about. There's the Stone House at 2nd Manassas, where I had a paranormal experience. I don't think I've added that to my book, and I should. There's all kinds of other paranormal hotspots. There's Savannah, Georgia. Everybody knows about Savannah, Georgia, but I'm going to talk about a couple of places that don't ever get mentioned on paranormal shows in Savannah. There's Fort McAllister. I haven't had a paranormal experience at Fort McAllister, but I've been there, and I assure you, there's a lot of built-up energy there, especially around the mortar pit area. So that's an area that I want to explore and investigate. There was a short skirmish there during the Civil War. Didn't last very long, but you can tell that you could tell something happened there. At least I can, and I think that deserves to be investigated. There's, of course, some of you people know the Pirates House in Savannah. That's been on. It's the oldest building in Savannah that's attached to the Pirates House, and that's, I think, been on a paranormal show or two. But I'd like to investigate there personally. The last time I was in that place, how did that guy get up in that tree? I didn't know you could get up there. Holy shit! Look at this kill streak. Cool. The last time I was in that house, it felt sinister. It felt sinister to me. So that's another place I'm going to talk about in my paranormal hotspots. Of course, who doesn't want to investigate the Shanghai tunnels? That's the area that gets the most recognition in Savannah, is the Shanghai tunnels in the Pirates House. I'm talking about the house that's connected to it, the oldest house in Georgia. It's called, I can't remember what it's called, but the last time I was in there, it felt hell of a bit more sinister than the Shanghai tunnels. But I haven't been down in the Shanghai tunnels. I think Zach Bagans investigated the Shanghai tunnels in Savannah. But that's an area, again, I'm going to be talking about. A couple of different places. But that's what I've gotten written down so far. Again, I'm trying to do some research and making that content, or at least researching that content before I start making it. That'll be happening soon. That'll be happening soon. There's going to be places around my area, like I said, New Salem, that I'll want to talk about. There's not a whole lot of places in the area I live in that I want to go investigate. I feel like they get investigated quite a bit because there's a fairly decent paranormal community around here that probably investigates. So there's going to be spots that I talk about from that are in Europe. Again, I posted something about my paranormal experience I had at the Herkenwald, Germany. That's an area that I want to go back and investigate because of that experience that I had. There's so many. The Battle of the Herkenwald encompassed a few different towns in the area, and obviously the Herken Forest itself, where I had my paranormal experience. So that's an area I'll probably talk about a little more. The towns of Durin, the town of Herken, and a couple other little places that I'll talk about eventually, and so on and so on. There's really no places where I live that I feel the need to investigate. There's a couple of places that are decent, but they get investigated all the time by the locals. And it gets its recognition that way because of the big paranormal convention we have here. So they don't need my help because they get the help from all of that. So that's what I'm working on currently, guys. I just need to take more time to do it. Again, it just takes a little bit of time. When I work as hard as I do, I get so damn tired, it's hard to do it. But that's what I'm working on, guys. That's what I'm working on. I'm excited. Like I said, I'm excited to start it. Again, I want to build up a little bit of research before I start it. That way, it's a bit more organized than my paranormal vlog that I'm doing. A lot of my paranormal vlog entries, living with the paranormal, I just kind of do on a whim. A lot of it's not even scripted, to be honest with you. Most of it's not scripted. I get a lot of it from the book I'm writing, Living with the Paranormal, but most of it is not scripted. Most of it's not scripted. It's really not scripted at all, honestly. I read from paragraphs from my book, but the rest of it, it's all me. I don't script it at all. It's all from my memory. That's one of the things I like about my entry, my vlog, Living with the Paranormal. It's all from my memory. It's all from my own personal experiences that I've had over 34 years. So there's stuff I haven't added to my book yet that I've talked about that I need to. That's the other thing, is finding time on top of making my content to keep writing my book. So I've got all this stuff that I'm trying to work on. Working full time, it's really hard to do, and then not having the resources or the technology or the technological knowledge really hinders me. It doesn't make my vlog nice and shiny. But like I said, I make it off of my phone, so I do the best I can with what I have. That's all you can do. And then I'll eventually get there. I'll eventually get there. Gotta start somewhere. So that's what I've been doing mostly, guys. That's what I've been doing mostly in my free time outside of work. I actually work on some of it at work. A lot of the stuff I've come up with my Living with the Paranormal vlog, I've done most of that at work. And it's, taking me like, oh, here, I wrote this in my book. I'm going to highlight this and read this on, and then do the rest of it from memory because, well, that's just, all of it's from my own experiences. So that's what's going on with me, guys. That's what I work on. Golden Headhunter. Nice. What the hell? did I earn there? Received the gold medal, most headshots 10 times. Well, good for me. Good for me. But that's what I've been working on. Why I'm so tired. Why I'm like, I think I need to take a week off to catch up on some content and get it organized a little better. That's why I'm like, I'm taking a break for a week or so just to see what happens. It depends on what happens here in the next few days. Like I said, I think I got Monday, Tuesday off, so it really depends on what I work on Monday, Tuesday, and what I get done then. But that's what I've been working on, guys. That's part of my issues on why my vlog isn't all nice and shiny and pretty. It's because I'm doing it off of my phone, and I don't know what the hell thumbnails are. I mean, I do now a little bit, but I'm like, I don't know how to make it all nice and shiny with a thumbnail. I've been focusing mostly on making clips from my vlog entry to get people to watch the video, but so that's what I've been working on. That's what I'm trying to do. Those are my struggles that I'm having. And there's nothing wrong with that, because that's typical struggles, right? That's typical struggles. And it sucks. It sucks because I want to make better content, but this is what I have for right now. So I'm trying, and I'm trying my hardest. I mean, I am trying my hardest, but it's really hard to do when you're tired from work and everything. It's because I love it and I enjoy talking about the paranormal that drives me to do it, And some of the comments people have left me on my videos and stuff have really helped motivate me. So, guys, leave more comments on my videos. That really helps motivate me. It really does. It gets me excited and helps motivate me. So, thank you for the people that have left comments on my videos. That really, really does help me. So thank you, guys. Thank you for the comments. And, of course, thank you for your subscriptions, too. But thank you for the comments, too. The comments really, really help. So that's what I've been doing. That's why I haven't, made shinier content or whatnot. I'm doing the best I can with what I have and my own knowledge. Again, if I had a tech person, it would probably upgrade my content 1,000 times over, to be honest with you. But I don't have the money to pay a tech person. And when it comes to technology, I'm seriously a big dunce when it comes to technology. Somebody's in here like, oh, you could do this, this, and this, and I'm like, I have no idea what the hell you're talking about. But, that's what I do, guys. That's what I do. That's what I've been doing. That's what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to do. Eventually, I'd love to be able to make better content like how Jason Hawes does, how Katrina Weidman, she does a great job. Katrina Weidman does a great job. Her and Jason Hawes and a couple of others. I'd love to eventually get to that point. I don't have any money and don't have the know-how or a tech person. But those of you who have stuck by me, even with my, content, crazy schedule and everything, thank you, guys. You don't understand how much that means to me. How much that means to me, you guys, sticking by me through all this. Sticking by me through the learning process and oh my God, I made a good video, but it's not really pretty. Oh, but he talks about cool things, so I'm going to stick by him anyway. You guys, that means more to me than anything. Loyalty like that means more to me than anything. And the people that have been extremely loyal to me, will always get my help, and I will always promote their streams or their content that they make, whether it's paranormal or not paranormal. So those of you that have stuck by me through this, thank you. From the bottom of my heart, thank you. That loyalty to me goes 1,000 miles or more. Well, more than 1,000 miles. But you get my drift. You get my drift. I owe you guys who have stuck by me big time just for that. Just for that. So. That's where I'm at, guys. That's where I'm at. That's where I'm at. You know, and I've been watching some of these paranormal shows and everything, trying to get ideas, and I'm like, oh, I wonder how they do that and stuff. And you know, I just don't have the technology or the tech know-how, the tech knowledge, tech knowledge. But yeah, that's where I'm at, guys. That's where I'm at. I'm just gonna keep plugging away, keep doing the best I can, and see what happens. That's why I'm grinding as much as I can on gaming and everything to get my watch hours up so I can get that monetization. Because once I start getting that monetization from YouTube, it might not be a whole lot, but it'll be something to put towards more technology and hiring a tech person and, you know, making better content with better equipment and everything. That's why I'm really grinding as hard as I am on going live with gaming and everything. So I can get those watch hours. So I can get that monetization and invest that monetization into equipment and other things. So those of you that stick by me on my go lives, like with Verdun right now, thank you. Thank you, because it's going to lead to bigger and better things for me and probably for others. So you're not just helping me, you're helping others. You know, so you guys can take pride in that. You guys can take pride in that just like I can. So thank you, guys. Thank you. Anyway, didn't mean to get on my soapbox there. I tend to get on my soapbox from time to time. And, well, when I get on my soapbox, y'all better just watch out. Yeah, I'm good on that soapbox. I'm good on that soapbox too, especially when I'm very passionate about something. Some people think I'm just too damn righteous. Well, they can piss off. Maybe I am too damn righteous at times, but you know what? I'd rather be righteous and help people than sit around doing nothing, I guess. But, so, again, that's why I wish more people like, you know, Heather Taddy and Adam Berry and Amy Bruni posted more stuff on their YouTube so I can learn from them too. Because like I said, a lot of the paranormal people that I like don't make content on YouTube. And it's like, man, I wish they did because I could probably learn a lot from them. They're all people I would probably work with. Got to meet Ryan Buell one time. He seemed like a cool guy. Said good luck, and I was like, well, you probably say that to everybody, but it means a lot, you know. A funny story with that one. I walked up to the guy. Didn't know it was Ryan. I walked over there, talked to him, walked back to the front desk, and I walked back to him because he was trying to get a ride to the airport. Ended up having to order an Uber because our van driver wasn't there. And the last time I went up there, I was like, you know who you look like? I was like, you look like Ryan Buell. And he's like, well, that's because I am. I was like, oh, well, you know, I don't know who the lady he was with. I didn't know who she was. But, they said they were off to San Antonio or something like that. Probably going to another paranormal convention. A couple of really good people at that paranormal convention in October. Kindred spirits. Some of us in the paranormal community are just kindred spirits. Yeah. That's where I'm at, guys. That's where I'm at. I'm not discouraged, you know, and that's the one thing that I'm proud about for myself, is that I'm not discouraged, even though how frickin' hard it's been. I've been proud of myself in that, because I'm not discouraged. And that's something that has changed in me. That's something that has changed in me, is that I'm not getting discouraged by it. I'm proud of myself in that. That's one thing. Even if nothing comes out of my paranormal stuff, I can say, you know what? I didn't get discouraged, and I tried. That is the one thing that I can get out of making my content, is that I'm not getting discouraged, and I at least tried. You know, and since I don't have the tech know-how or the money, and if that's what's going to end up being my downfall is because of that, then so be it. At least I can say I tried with what I had. At least I can say I tried with what I had, and I tried. And I tried hard. I tried hard. That's all you can say at times. That's all you can say at times. You know, back during COVID, I had given up on life. I had really bad surgery. I had 7 inches of my colon removed. The recovery took forever because I had complications from the surgery. I about died because they had to roll me into emergency surgery because I was going septic and all that shit. And after that, the recovery was so hard for me that I had basically given up on life, you know. But I've had a lot of help getting picked back up, you know. I've had a lot of help. I've had a lot of trials and tribulations through all this. But I've had a lot of help, and people have helped me stay in this good mind frame of not getting discouraged and everything. And it's like I've been given new life no matter how hard it's been. You know, I owe those people a big thanks, too. Some of you, I don't even know who you are. You know, some of it's been a stranger that I've met at the front desk, and, you know, just making me smile like, boy, that person made me feel better today. I'm going to go home and make some content type of thing, you know. That person that says, you're a hard worker, man, here's a tip. Here's a tip. You know, it's like, wow. I'm a good person. That person gave me a good tip because I worked hard, and puts me in a good mind frame. You know, so. Come a long way since COVID. Come a long way since COVID. Been through a divorce, been through people dying, people... you know, it's come a long way since COVID. COVID took a lot out of me. Took a lot out of all of us. You know, it's really amazing how we've all come out of COVID, and some of us has come out of COVID in a better mind frame or a new look on life. I think we all came out of COVID with a new look on life, didn't we? I feel like we all came out of COVID with a new look on life. I know I did. That's where I'm at, guys. I know I'm not really howling at the moon. I'm just kind of, well, I owe people thanks. You know, like I said, some of you, I don't even know who you are. Some of you I've met on here and talked to you on here and only know you by your handle. It's like some of you, it's like, I only know you by your handle. I don't even know if you're a man or a woman. You know? And it's like, I wish I could thank you all properly. It's what it is. It is what it is. The guy wants to switch roles with me. Let's switch roles with him, I guess. Been having a lot of fun with the machine pistol, though. Oh, he got stuck with this? No wonder he wanted to switch roles with me. Asshole. Oh, that spot's open. Maybe I'll switch to that spot. Maybe I'll switch to that spot. Let's see here. There we go. I'll switch to that spot. No wonder he wanted to switch. He was running around with a damn shovel. I'd want to switch too. That's funny. That's funny. I'm gonna run around. Oh, I actually got a kill with the shovel. Holy crap, I've never gotten a kill with the damn shovel. Just gonna run up to somebody again here, see if I can get some more kills with this damn shovel. It looks like the trench has been cleared now. I wish I could chuck this at somebody. I wonder if I could chuck it. Can't chuck it like a grenade, unfortunately. Oh, I got 3 grenades, though. Shit. 3 grenades. I'm gonna chuck my grenade out there. I can get a couple kills out of the grenade. No, I didn't. Let's see if I can chuck it that way. I think I chucked it too far. Still didn't get anybody. Oh, now they're shooting gas at me. Shit. Chuck my grenade over there. I see somebody going over there. Probably nothing. Oh, somebody got me. Let's see. See how long I've been on now. It doesn't seem like I've been on. I've been on over an hour. I plan to be on 3 hours. Again, I got to work tomorrow. Man, I wish I would have looked at how many check-ins I have. I don't know how busy I'm going to be. I'll probably be on 3 hours. Probably be on 3 hours. I'm tired. It's a long day. Busy day. Busy day. Nice shot. No wonder that guy wanted to switch me. I knew I shouldn't have switched with him. Oh well, I got a rifle now. That's all that matters. I don't care. I'm just hanging out tonight. Just hanging out tonight. Wish more people were online. For a while there, I was getting quite a few people online. I don't know what happened. Take the mask off. Who's shooting at me? Somebody drop him already? I'll be damned. A couple of people there. Oh. Killed the Frenchman. Oh, we killed each other. Nice. Sorry, guys, I got a song going through my head, and I'm sitting here like, I want to sing it, and I'm like, guys don't want to hear my horrible voice. It's a Kid Rock song. You know, I've seen him like 2 or 3 times in concert. He puts on a pretty good concert. I realize one thing, how much I love you. And it hurts to see you crying. I believe we can make it through the winds of change. It's a good song. Saw him one time when Joe C was still alive. You guys remember Joe C? God, that was back in what, the late 90s? That was a good concert. That was back when he came out with what the hell was that song? Bob da bob da bang dicky dicky dicky, what the fuck is not drop? You know that song, Cowboy. I think it was the song Cowboy. Gonna be a cowboy, baby. It was back with that album. I saw him then, and then I saw him again right after Joe C died. I can't remember what album that was that I saw him when he came back. But, I think he went more country with that one. But yeah, I don't know why I got his songs going through my head, except for that one. I really like that one. That's a good song. Realize one thing, how much I love you, and it hurts to see you crying. I believe we can make it through the winds of change. I really liked Midnight Train to Memphis too. That was a good one. That was a good song. Midnight Train to Memphis. All kinds of songs going through my head tonight. All kinds of songs. I had Santana going through my head earlier. I had Black Magic Woman. Bum, 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 bum. She's a black magic woman. She put a spell on me, baby. Put a spell on me, baby. Love Santana. You know, my favorite Santana song is Samba Pati. Doesn't even have words. Words would screw that song up, if you ask me. All kinds of music going through my head today. All kinds. Music saves lives, ladies and gentlemen. Music saves lives. There's a song for every mood you're in. Just got to know what mood you're in. Because I'm a nerd like that. My family's been big musicians. You know, I was the only one on my dad's side that wasn't a musician. I have it in me. I just didn't have the patience. My dad and my uncle both are in the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the band Cruisin'. Max Collins is. I don't know if they're still running around. I know Max was getting old, was having heart problems. But Cruisin's been around since like the 1960s with Max Collins. He's the one that wrote The Road to Perdition. That movie with Tom Hanks. Road to Perdition. Great movie. One of Tom Hanks' best, in my opinion. They both made it to the Iowa Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with the band Cruisin'. Made it in. My dad made it in as the bassist, and Uncle Jim made it in as the guitarist. I must have kicked me. I must have lost connection to the map there, or the server. That's okay. I can jump back in. I can jump back in here. Shall I go back to the machine gun? I was having a lot of fun with the machine gun. Or should I go back to the Stastrom? Which one has the Madsen? Oh, let's go back to the Madsen. I like the Pioneer group. I like this Madsen Luger combo. I had a lot of fun with that the other night. Let's go back to that. Excuse me. Flammenwerfer. Plus, it's got the Flammenwerfer in that group. Artillery Luger's fun, too. Have some fun with the Madsen. Plus, I can run around with the Luger. Yeah, my grandfather was a big musician. Learned how to play the fiddle on a 3-string fiddle. Can you believe that? He grew up in the Depression era, Georgia. Learned how to play the fiddle on a 3-string fiddle by himself. And my uncle was the musical genius in the family. He learned to play the mandolin by himself at the age of 3 years old. Talk about a musical genius, my lord. My dad was in a band with Jude Cole, who would later go to do like backup vocals or something and produce music with Lifehouse. All kinds of fun stuff. How big my family was in the music industry, and then I inherited my Mooties athleticism, and well, I was the athlete, not the musician. I tried, though. I just didn't have the patience like they did. Then I got my Mooties traits with that one. My Mootie wasn't very patient either. She's more patient now, mind you. More patient now. I mean, like, I've gotten a little more patient. Really only patient with my son. Outside of that, I'm like, do it now! Ah! Comes with age. Comes with age. Sometimes. Sometimes. So yeah, guys, just having some fun. I don't have a whole lot of people online talking, but that's okay. We got all kinds of fun stuff to talk about. Just grinding, getting my watch hours up, talking about the Oops, sorry, buddy, didn't mean to shoot you there. Talking about the paranormal and music and fun little dumb facts. I'm full of useless knowledge, so still having some fun, even though there's not a whole lot of people online. Can have fun online when there's nobody else online. Got a couple people online. And that's all that matters. On the road to 4,000 watch hours and 1,000 subscribers. Now, I'm up to 930 subscribers. 930 subscribers. Isn't that an accomplishment in itself? I thought when I started this, I've been streaming off and on and making content for, I don't know, the last 2 or 3 years now, and back when I was really big into it, back when I was actually filming at historical sites with my crappy little camcorder, never made it past, I don't know, 25 subscribers. Hell, I don't even think I had 25 subscribers then. I really wasn't promoting my videos like I am now, but you know, when I started this, I was like, I don't know, I'll probably get 50, 100 subscribers. I got 930 now. What an accomplishment. And counting. So, what an accomplishment for me. I like this Madsen. Got to get used to the sights on it, but it's not bad. It's not bad. Not bad at all. Thank God it can hip fire. Who's fired at me? Who's fired at me? Oh, somebody. Island Dato? Dato? Island Dato. Having some fun tonight, guys. We're having some fun, aren't we? Having some fun. Oh, somebody came in and meleeed me. Somebody came in and meleeed me. Grinding for my 4,000 watch hours. I think I've got like 222 watch hours right now, so I got a ways to go, but we're having fun grinding for it, aren't we? Doesn't take that much if I can get some more people online, and, well, every once in a while I get a bunch of people online, and then they disappear for a while, and they come back and say hi, just to check on me, I guess. I don't know. I still got some people online having fun with me. Still got some people online. Chopping away at people with the old Madsen machine gun. It's not bad. It's not a bad machine gun for the Germans. Not a bad machine gun. I can't reach that guy with that range there. Oh, I can maybe reach this guy though. And that guy. Oh, he's out of my range there too. We're having fun, aren't we? We're having some fun. You guys have any good music suggestions or want to talk more music? Chime in. Say what music you like to listen to. Say what music you like to listen to. Say what paranormal stuff you like to watch and all that. Love to hear what people think about other paranormal shows. I'm always looking for another paranormal content stuff to watch. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. We captured the enemy's headquarters. Woohoo! Most effective players. How did best squad mate? How the hell did I get best squad mate? Let's go to the Argonne. Go to the Argonne. How long have I been on here? Hour and a half. Boy, it sure felt like it'd been on longer than that. Got an hour and a half to go, guys. Hour and a half to go. Hour and a half to go. Bow, bow, bow. Guys ever need any good books to read? Maybe we should talk about some more books. I love books. I read a lot. Or I used to read a lot. I don't read as much as I used to because, well, I'm busy with content and stuff. But guys ever need something good to read? Read the Corey series by Max Collins. It's about a Vietnam vet who comes back from Vietnam and moves back to Memphis. I think he's from Memphis. I can't remember. But he gets involved in some stuff, and it's a good series to read. Read the Corey by Max Allen Collins. They actually started making a TV series out of it. I don't ever know what happened. I think scheduling with actors or something like that, or an actor got pissed off or something. You know how it is. But it's about a guy who gets involved with some bad stuff and like gangsters and all that. That's stuff that Max is good about writing. He wrote a lot of Dick Tracy stuff. But if you want to read a good book, read the Corey series. Read the Corey series. Read the Corey series. I wish I was a good writer. I'd write more. I mean, I got my own book to write that I'm trying, but I'm actually partially illiterate, believe it or not. Wasn't ever taught properly, I guess. But grammar sucks. My spelling sucks. I always loved to write, though. Always loved to write. I can write decent articles, but like writing a book, that's hard. That's hard. That's hard. When I was working with the one editor lady, I really felt like an ass because I was like, yeah, good luck editing this. I'm like, I know that's rough draft. Oh, man, I felt embarrassed, but at least she gave me good tips and patient with me and didn't talk down or treat me like an idiot. Good editor. She's a writer in herself. She writes historical romance novels, I believe. I haven't read any of her books, but her name's Misty Urban. You guys into romance novels or historical novels, historical romance novels? Look up Misty Urban. She's got a lot of good stuff out there. Again, I haven't read any of her stuff, but I feel like she's pretty decent writer. She's helped me a lot. So, if you ever get a chance, look up Misty Urban in the historical novels. Some of them are just regular historical novels. Some of them are historical romance novels. Really good stuff. Really good stuff. She got a lot of good reviews. She's come a long way too. I think I don't know how the hell she ended up here in the Midwest, but I think she's originally from out west somewhere. I can't remember. She lived in New York and all that. Why the hell would you want to move here from New York? She helped me edit my book. She gave me a lot of good ideas. She was open-minded about the paranormal. That was one thing that I was really worried about when I started working with an editor. What little I did work with her, I was like, oh my God, she's gonna read this and go, this dude's a fucking psycho. But she didn't. She actually stayed very neutral and stayed unbiased and like gave me really great advice. Really great advice to make me write my book to where it's at. And again, I'm partially illiterate, and but I've written 35 pages, and I could probably double it right now if I really like put the nose to the grind. But she really helped me in that matter. I mean, I was really worried she was going to read it and go, this guy's a nutbag. He can't write. He's partially illiterate. And, you know, she didn't have to waste her time on me because I only paid her like $100 or something like that. It was something really cheap. I thought it was going to be a hell of a lot more than that. And I was actually willing to pay more than that. But she's like, no, it's only $100. And, I could not believe how well she treated me. She didn't treat me like an ignorant asshole. She's actually like, you know what, Matt, this is probably the best advice I can give you. This is what you should do. You know, you can ask other editors or ask other writers, but she's like, this is my advice. And I took a little bit of that advice. And, she really helped me. So again, guys, if you like historical fiction or historical romance novels, check out Misty Urban. She's got quite a bit of books out there. I think she mostly sticks to like the Victorian age, I feel. I don't know what all of her books are, but she's also really big into medieval stuff too, I think. She's a good person. She's a good person. So check her out for me. Check her out. Misty Urban, guys. Misty Urban. If you Google Misty Urban, her Amazon page comes up and her own website. I'm pretty sure she's got her own website where she sells her books and does editing and stuff like that. So you guys, if there's any writers out there that need help or need some advice or need your book edited or, you know, just need a good person to talk to, check out Misty Urban. She helped me a lot. Probably more than I even realized, more than she even realizes. She was actually recommended by a good friend of mine. Yeah, you know, and I thanked her, but I don't ever think I thanked her like that. I feel kind of bad. Maybe when I get time, I'll go back and, well, kind of weird now, but She's a person that I wish I would have thanked better than I did, I think. But I guess the best thanks that I can give her is promote her on my stream, right? I know there's a lot of gamer girls out there that might like her novels, so go check out her novels if you're a gamer girl. I mean, maybe there's a bunch of gamer guys that like historical fiction or historical romance novels. I don't know. If you do, no shame in it. No shame in it. Go check out her novels. Or if you're writing your own book, if you have your own manuscript, I don't know what project she's got on her plate, but if you need a book edited, she can definitely help you with that. So if you don't read historical novels or historical romance novels, you can always talk to her about getting your book edited. So, a lot of aspiring writers out there, right? So, anyway. She again was recommended by a good friend of mine. He's a more private person, so I won't. I'll keep his name anonymous. But he's a writer himself, really successful writer actually. But he's the one that recommended me to her, and boy, I'll listen to his advice again too if he ever gives me advice like that. Very successful writer. Pop, pop, pop. Oh, I thought I would get that guy before he got me, but he did. You know, and I need to go back and look and see what kind of books she has. I know she's got all kinds of historical fiction. I'm not ashamed to say, oh, you know what, I'll read that historical romance novel. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all, actually. Books are books. You know, there's been a lot of books that have helped me in life. A lot of books. A lot of books. Fiction and non-fiction, honestly. Pop, 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 pop. 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 Oh. There's a couple of people I need to recommend Misty to that I work with. I didn't think of that. Of course, I feel like one of them's more into the fantasy stuff. I like to recommend good authors to people if people ask me, you know. You just got to know what somebody likes to read. It's a good book for everybody. Good book for everybody. Pop, 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 pop. I can hear the sound off of my phone. Sorry, I'm sitting here looking at my phone like, oh, wow. I'm such a nerd. Such a nerd. Nothing wrong with being a nerd. All right. Nothing wrong with being a nerd. Some nerds are just awesome like that, you know. Some nerds are, I'm not saying that I'm awesome. I'm probably one of the more dorky nerds. There's like awesome nerd, dorky nerd. I lean more on like the dorky nerd. I lean more on the dorky nerd side. There's really nothing wrong with that, because sometimes dorky nerds can be... Boy, that's really a complex thing, isn't it? Some people think dorky nerds are awesome, and then some people think nerdy, cool people are awesome. I'm really a big dork. I'm a dork face. I'm a dork face. I'm a dork. Oh, I'm a dork fish. No, sorry. Caught me on a corn dog. I said, what's a corn dog doing in the ocean? Boy, I love them damn corn dogs. Did you guys remember that bit? I think that was Bill Engvall that did that bit. Faces on, the expressions on that man's face when he did stand up. Die, fucker. There we go. I wonder if you guys could understand me. I just heard my playback on my phone when I said that, and I was like, can you guys understand what I was saying there? I get those people on the phone at work all the time. I think somebody was either drunk or something. I don't know today, but I was like, oh, I got to put you on hold for 5 minutes. And he's like, rah, 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 and I click. I'm like, oh, okay, man, I didn't understand a word you just said, but... oh, well. People, right? People. Nice spot there, man. Not the gun to really be sitting there for, but if you had a machine gun, that's one thing to sit there. Oh, I missed that dude. Somebody else got him, though. No, nice shot. I need to find a good spot to put my Madsen. I'm not using my Madsen enough. I like the Madsen. Ooh, excuse me. That tasted like fish and a little bit of Chinese. Is there any guys out there that read romance novels? I'm curious. You know, I've never known a guy to read a romance novel, and there's nothing wrong with that, and there's no shame into being a man and reading a romance novel. But I'm sitting here thinking on it, and I was like, I don't think I've ever known a man to read a romance novel. But, I mean, maybe gay men do. I don't know, but I don't think I've ever known a manly man to read a romance novel. I wonder if there is out there. Either way, if you're gay or a manly man or whatever, if you like romance novels, don't be ashamed to admit it. I'm just curious, because my grandmother, that's all she read were these, really sappy romance novels, like the ones that you buy at, at Dollar General or something like that, or Osco or something. She'd get all these sappy romance novels, like these dime store romance novels, and I'd be like, Grandma, why? There's got to be better romance novels than getting a frickin' dime store romance novel. But she loved them. She loved them. She loved it. She never watched, I don't think she ever really watched soap operas or anything, but she loved her dime store romance novels. Boy, and she read through them like nothing. Dime store romance novels. Dime store romance novels. I mean, maybe there's something to them because I've never read them or anything, but I don't think so. My grandmother and her dime store romance novels. She loved her romance novels, boy. My grandfather really wasn't a romantic man, so that's probably why. You know how that generation was, you know, the generation that grew up in the Depression and all that. You know how that generation was. Not very romantic. Had to always be working, had to be extremely stoic and all that. Sad that that generation's dying. But it's also probably a good thing that that generation's dying too, in a way. I know that probably sounds really weird, but, you know, I think we've learned a lot from that generation on how not to be. But because we've learned how not to be with them, we've kind of lost their good qualities too. Is that kind of weird? Am I wrong in saying that? Or does that make sense? I don't know. Maybe it's because the technology has changed so much since my grandparents' generation. Kind of weird to think about, actually. You know, because with that generation came those gender roles and gender rules and everything, and that's one of the reasons why it's a good thing that that generation's kind of dying out, because those gender roles and those gender rules are dying out with them, but we're losing a lot of good qualities from that generation, too, I feel. So, it's interesting to think about that. I never thought about it that way. Nice flamma-werfering that asshole. Whoa! Pop. Oh, shoot. I realize I only had one bullet. Maybe I need to pay a little more attention. Pop, pop, pop. They hit this trench hard this time. Oh, shoot. It is a door. Thunk! Did you see that? I got shot and I just kind of stiffened up and went thunk! I gotta take a quick bathroom break, guys. I will be right back. Oh, sorry about that, guys. Back. I'm back. I'm back. Okay. Sorry. Sorry. Ooh. Ooh. Oh, what should we talk about now, guys? What should we talk about now? Ooh. Wish I had a grenade to chuck over at those guys. I guess I could probably pop off the mats in here. Ooh. See if I can pop the Madsen up here and surprise him. Surprise him with Mr. Shooty. God damn. Oh, somebody got me. Oh, what happened? Did they kick me off the server again? Yep, connection lost. That's okay. Connection lost. We can go back to the... I really like using the Madsen. I really like using that Madsen. Really liked using the Madsen. Let's go back to the Musketeer. Oi. Oi, oi. Oh. I don't know who just shot that guy, but thank you. That guy was aiming at me before I realized, oh, that's not really my friend. I shot and killed... Oh, no, I was killed by a war criminal. Stupid war criminal. What else can we talk about tonight, guys? What else can we talk about tonight? Feels like there's probably a lot we could probably talk about. Let's go back talking paranormal. We can go back talking books. We can go back talking music. I feel like we didn't talk enough about books. I feel like we need to talk more about books. Why am I not posting up the Madsen here? Let's see. One of my favorite... It'd be nice if I actually used the right site on this, dumbass. Like, why am I not hitting these guys? That's because I'm using the wrong sight hole. Shit. Anyway. Let's go back to talking more books, guys. What books do you all like to read? I like to read a lot of historical fiction. I read a lot of nonfiction. One of my favorite all-time... Ooh, I ended that guy's kill streak. One of my all-time series is the Bastard series, the Kent Family Chronicles by John Jakes. He's one of my all-time favorite writers. Guys like historical fiction. John Jakes is the guy to read. He does a lot of Victorian stuff, a lot of Civil War era stuff. American Civil War era stuff, sorry. I know there's people in like Europe and the UK that listen in. American Civil War stuff, sorry. Kent Family Chronicles is like a 5 or 6 book series that chronicles the family of Philip Charbonneau, who changed his name and when he immigrated to the United States to Kent. He starts the first book, The Bastard is what it's called, starts out, he's in France and he's actually a nobleman's bastard. And his mom finds out that the dad is like on his deathbed, so they travel to England to like lay some kind of claim or something, or his dad asks for him or something, because the dad actually stayed in contact with the mother because the mother was an actress, and actresses back then were, well, they were whores, I guess. I don't know. But so they go and try to stake a claim, and the dad's like on his deathbed, but the dad's wife and son, who is actually Philip's brother, try to kill him, and then he gets chased off by this nobleman's family and has to immigrate to America. And then his dad was like the Earl of Kent or something like that. That's what it was. His dad was the Earl of Kent, and he has to immigrate to America, and he changes his name to Kent, Philip Kent. And it chronicles his life, and then the series ends in like right before World War I, I think. And I've read that series like 2 or 3 different times, and it's a great series. It's a great series. Amanda Kent's one of my favorites. She's in around the Civil War era, and Philip Kent will always be my favorite. I actually cried when Philip Kent died in those books. I actually cried when he died because it was like I lost my best friend. And I'm not ashamed to admit that. I've cried in a couple of different books. And I cried when Philip Kent died because it was truly like losing a friend. But that's a really good series. You really get close and personal with the characters in that book. And John Jakes, I don't know if John Jakes is still alive or not, to be honest with you. I'd have to Google that. But he did phenomenal research on his books. He did a book that I read that was about, it was called On Secret Service. That's a good book. It's about the Secret Service, or, the start of the Secret Service during the American Civil War. That's a really good one. Ori Main was always one of my favorite characters. I read a lot of his books. Read a lot of his But the Kent Family Chronicles was by far the best. My dad got me into that book series. But of course, I read a lot of Tom Clancy, a lot of Tom Clancy Cold War stuff. I never really got into Tom Clancy terrorism books because I focus more on the Cold War, because I love the Cold War. Fascinates me. I read a lot of Tom Clancy's Cold War books, like Red Storm Rising will always be my favorite. I used to read Red Storm Rising once a year. It's like a 900-page book. I used to read it once a year. That's another good book to read if you like political thrillers and everything. Game server did not add local player. Well, piss off. But yeah. Those are some of the books I've read. Read a lot of Harold Coyle. Read a lot of what's that other writer? My Lord, John Jakes, Harold Coyle. Harold Coyle was another good one. I think that guy was a tank commander during the 80s. He does a lot of good. He's the one that wrote Team Yankee. That's another really good book, Team Yankee, where he puts you in a tank commander's tank during the start of World War III, and it goes through like World War III in this tank commander's tank. It's really frickin' awesome. But Harold Coyle's another good one. I've read quite a few of his books. Sword Point. But can't think of who that other guy's name was. No, I haven't read those books in a long time. I read most of those books when I was in high school, honestly. Can't think of what that other guy's name was. Oh well. Oh well. Did I prop my gun up here? If it'll let me, what the hell? There we go. Book. It's about the opening, but that's okay. Yeah. Team Yankee, that's a great book. That's another book I gotta read. I used to read that once a year. Red Storm Rising gives you like a full compass of World War III, whereas Team Yankee puts you in a tank. And I'm a big tank fan. I love tanks. I was really big into reading books about World War III and different scenarios and everything. I was really big into the Cold War growing up. My dad told me all kinds of Cold War stories. My dad served in the Cold War. So I grew up hearing Cold War stories, and it just always fascinated me. Always fascinated me. Always fascinated. Always fascinated me. I'll always promote books on my stream too. I don't care what y'all think. You know, it's incredible what one book can do to shape a person's life too. I always found that amazing. You know, what one book can do to change somebody's life. Writers should control the world, in my opinion. And you know what I think is, I think writers probably better understand people and humanity than most. Because you have to look at the world in a different way. You have to be able to create characters. You have to be able to world build. And it's like writers, I think, would have to probably understand people better because of that. Or they should. I don't know if that's the truth or not, but I feel like writers understand the world better and understand people better because what goes into what they do. One of my all-time favorite books, and I always promote this book wherever I'm at, whether I'm on stream or at work or at the grocery store or I could just be out somewhere at a ball game or anywhere, is the book The Shining. Now, everybody has probably seen the movie The Shining, right? The book is 1,000 times better. And I know people are like, oh, well, that's how it always is. But the movie actually sticks to the book as best it can. There's stuff in the book that they couldn't do technology-wise back in the 70s when that movie was made. I think I talked about this on one of my streams, I don't know, last week maybe, that I wish they would do another remake of The Shining. Do a remake of The Shining with today's technology. They could probably do stuff from the book now with today's technology. Like there's one time where, you know, when in the movie where they're out in the maze. Well, in the book, there's like animals made out of bushes and stuff. And at one point in the book, these animals that are, you know, trimmed to, or these bushes that are trimmed to look like animals come to life and chase the main character. Jesus Christ, I haven't read the book in a while and I haven't seen the movie in a while. I can't remember the damn kid's name. Jack Torrance, Red Rum. But these like bushes that were cut into trees come to life and chase everybody around the hotel. And that's like one of the scariest parts in the whole freaking book, but they didn't have the technology in the 70s to do something like that. That's why they need to make another adaptation of The Shining, in my opinion. Remake. Maybe we should start a campaign. Maybe that's what we should do, to start a campaign to remake The Shining with today's technology, because it would probably be 10 times better. And I always ask people that have read the book and watched the movie, what was your favorite ending? Because the book ends differently. The book ends differently, and everybody always says the book's ending is better, but they could not do that in the movie because they did not have the technology. They did not have the technology. And Scatman Crothers' character in the book stays alive and takes care of the little boy. And then they made he wrote a second book where the kid's being taken care of by Scatman Crothers. But in the movie, he dies. But in the book, he lives. And it's actually that. And there's a part where you think he's going to die, but he doesn't, because the hotel like starts to encompass Scatman Crothers' character. You know, that's something that they really couldn't do in the movie itself, is the hotel like encompasses and like takes over these people's lives. And it's freaky as hell. The book scared the living shit out of me. The movie did too, but the book more so. Maybe we need to start a campaign for them to remake The Shining. I don't know if that's something that they could do, or if Stephen King would do something like that, because it's a great movie. The movie's great, and it sticks to the book as best as it can. But it's like, in the book, one of the something that Mr. Torrance has to do is take care of the boiler system in the hotel. And it's like the boiler comes to life and like morphs into Mr. Torrance, and it's just crazy. And oh man, still one of the greatest books ever written, in my opinion. They need to remake that movie. They need to remake that one. I'm going to start an online petition, I think, about remaking the movie The Shining. I don't know who they would get to play the main characters today, but man, that would be a great remake, wouldn't it? That would be a great frickin' remake. One of the best books I've ever read. Seriously. One of the best books ever written. One of the best books ever written, seriously. I just would love to be able to see what today's technology could do for that remake. Seriously, if there's one book you need to read, it's The Shining by Stephen King. It's The Shining by Stephen King. I tell everybody that. I tell everybody that. You know, and that's the only Stephen King book I've ever read. That's the only Stephen King book I've ever read. I've tried reading like Salem's Lot and a couple of others, and I've tried watching some of the crappy movies that they made out of his books, but it's like I never got into it as much as I did The Shining. Never got into some of those as much as I did to get into The Shining. Langoliers was really good. I watched the Langoliers. I liked the Langoliers. Now it's like cheesy because it was made in like 95, but that was really good. I really liked the Langoliers. I love the concept behind the Langoliers. It's another book I need to read. I never read that book. I watched the movie. I watched that movie a lot when I was growing up. I loved that movie. I tried watching it a few years back, and I was like, wow, this is really cheesy. But it was really good back when it was made. And that was a really good book. Or that was a really good movie. The concept behind it. Now you go back and watch it, and it's like, oh my God, computer graphics from 1995, you know. But boy, that was a great movie. Great concept behind that one. Langoliers. I need to read that book. It's a book I need to read. Yeah. Talk about books is fun. Talking about books is fun. You know, what's ironic is I started working in a hotel. I don't know if I'll stay in the hotel industry because I have to move, right? But every once in a while, it's like truly like, come play with us, Matt. And it scares the shit out of me sometimes, truly. And truly, sometimes working in a hotel is truly like the book The Shining. I'm not kidding either. Working in a hotel sometimes is truly like the book The Shining. Come play with us. You know, and it's like, if you think about it, most hotels have had people die in their hotel. Because, I mean, you get all walks of life, you get all ages. Like today, there was a lady with her 80th birthday there. You know, so every hotel has had some kind of death in it, whether it be for a heart attack or, you know, people killing each other, I don't know. But most hotels are haunted. Most hotels are haunted just because of that, too. And that's what makes it even creepier. You know, you could stay in a hotel room where somebody's died and not even realize it because they don't have to tell you, oh yeah, somebody died in that room, so it's a discount type of thing. But it's like the Black Hawk Hotel in Davenport. Cary Grant died in that one. He had a heart attack and died in that hotel. You know, most hotels are like that, and people don't realize that because they get all walks of life, all ages. There's been people in that hotel that I've worked at that's been 100 years old, you know, and they die on when they travel. You know, oh, I'm here for the last time to see my son or something like that, and then they die the next day. Shit happens every day, right? So, like, most hotels are haunted because of that. Well, probably is going to freak people out from staying at hotels from now on, but that's the truth. That's the truth. Even like the most like fancy hotels and shit, it's like people have died there because people die at hotels all the time. So, You know, and the one I work at, the Rock Island Holiday Inn, I mean, it was built in the 60s. It was built in the 60s. It used to be a Sheraton. And, you know, I'm sure some of those older hotels like that, you know, probably seen a few deaths. And they don't ever have to report it. It's not a law or anything. Unless it's a famous death, and they're like, "Oh yeah, this dude died at my hotel. Come stay in come stay in this damn room." You know, you know. And the cool thing about the Rock Island Holiday Inn is we've had the Annabelle doll stay at the hotel. We've had the Annabelle doll stay at the hotel, and I shit you not, man. When that damn doll was in that hotel, like weird things started to happen. Like the like software system would go down, the electrical, the damn key maker, and all that would go down. And it's like, well, that damn Annabelle doll's what's doing it, you know. And I would joke around with people from the paranormal convention about it. But yeah, that's the truth. Most hotels I've had people die in it, probably mostly because of old age, or somebody having a heart attack. But most people, most hotels are haunted because of that. You know, it's just some hotels report it and say, "Oh yeah, this hotel's haunted because we had like 3 people die of heart attacks and shit." So some hotels don't want that kind of publicity, but I think they see how much money it actually brings in because people like that sort of thing. Yeah, anyway, don't mean to freak anybody out that likes to stay in hotels, but most hotels have had a lot of people die in them. And that's why it's a lot like The Shining. Every time you go to a hotel, or well, if you work at a hotel, it's a lot like The Shining. If you stay at a hotel, it's not so much. But if you work at a hotel, it's truly like the frickin' Shining, man. It's not kidding there whatsoever. I'm sure most of people that work in hotels, at least for a couple of years, you know, can say, "Oh yeah, it's a lot like The Shining, man." But, especially in Rock Island too, man. I tell you, especially in Rock Island, a lot of crazy shit happened in Rock Island. Lots of crazy shit. Now, I've never had a paranormal experience at the hotel, but I don't know about others. You know, I haven't really asked anybody. Nobody's ever said anything, and I think they would have if, since most of them know I'm writing my book or whatnot. But I've not had a paranormal experience there. Now I know there's like a storage building they have where people have had paranormal experiences, but I personally have not had one at the hotel yet. Again, I'm probably going to have to be moving here soon, so. But they've had a lot of weird stuff happen because of that damn paranormal convention. I don't know what it is, but that paranormal convention, all of the people from the paranormal convention stay at that hotel because most of the stuff's downtown Rock Island. And like I said, they've had that damn Annabelle doll in there. They've had other like dolls and artifacts people, you know, collect from the paranormal. So it probably leaves bad juju in a place. Probably leaves bad juju. Now, I've heard the Black Hawk Hotel is extremely haunted, not just because of Cary Grant, but because of other reasons, and I don't know too much about that. But I know the Black Hawk Hotel in Davenport's really haunted. I don't know how long the Black Hawk's been open, probably about as long as the Holiday Inn in Rock Island. But the more historic ones, the Black Hawk, had all kinds of celebrities stay there. Damn, they threw gas down. Almost kind of wish the paranormal would happen at the hotel so I could help boost a little bit of revenue for the hotel. I could be like, "Oh yeah, there's room 382. Well, there's not a room 382, but yeah, room 320, that's got a freaking spook in it that, just never goes away. Wakes people up, shakes their feet, and but unfortunately, I just have not had one at that hotel. I have not had one at that hotel, unfortunately. I don't think I've had a paranormal experience at any hotel, to be honest with you. At least not yet. The Cashtown Inn. Now that's a bed and breakfast, but that is extremely haunted. Now I didn't have a paranormal experience there yet, but that's someplace I'd love to investigate. But I've eaten there a couple of times, and there is a different energy to that place. Let me tell you. You can tell there's been a lot of people in and out of that bed and breakfast. There was a bed and breakfast in Mississippi, in Vicksburg, that I stayed at. That place was haunted. I had a couple experiences there, mostly with like orbs and shit. But I can't remember what bed and breakfast that was called now. I'd have to go back and look. It's the bed and breakfast that has the Confederate soldier buried in its backyard. I remember that part because I was like, oh wow, we're staying at a bed and breakfast where this soldier was buried from the battle or the siege of Vicksburg. And you walk out and you're like, oh wow, there's a gravestone. Oh wow, it's actually somebody's grave. I can't remember what that house was, but there's like 3 or 4 cool looking bed and breakfasts in Vicksburg, Mississippi. And like I said, one of them I stayed at was really haunted. I saw like orbs and shit there. But it's really cool because there's actually somebody buried by this dude's garage because of the Battle of Vicksburg, because it would get shelled by riverboats and stuff, and it would get shelled by heavy artillery from the Union side. And people died, and they're like, oh, where are we going to place this body? And they're like, oh, let's just place it behind this dude's house. And that's basically what it was. This dude died, and they're like, we don't know where we're going to put him, but we want to remember where he's at for his family. So they buried him in this person's backyard and put a grave up. And the person never dug him up and reinterred him because they're like, oh, he's going to stay where he's laid. So I can't remember what house that was. I'll have to Google that one. There's a couple of spots in Vicksburg I'd go back and investigate. Vicksburg was really cool. I've only been there once. But if you go to Vicksburg, you can really see like how siege warfare was. It was, and it's got to be a lot like how World War I was, with all the trenches and redoubts and redans and everything. So it's a place to go to if you like siege warfare history or whatnot. Vicksburg, Mississippi. That's another place I really want to go to. There's a lot of history around there. Lots of history. I can't remember what that damn bed and breakfast was called. There's like 4 or 5 bed and breakfasts in Vicksburg that are absolutely gorgeous. There's a bed and breakfast there where Jefferson Davis stayed at and gave like all kinds of speeches from this balcony and everything. It's really cool. Really cool. But hell, God, I was with my first wife when I stayed there. That was years ago. Cool place, though. Cool place. Cool place. The cool thing about Vicksburg too is, being an Illinoisan, like 50,000 Illinoisans served at the siege of Vicksburg. Like seriously, like 50,000 Illinois. Most Illinois regiments in the Civil War were at the battle or siege of Vicksburg. And Illinois has this, they spent a shit ton of money to build this monument dedicated to the Illinois soldiers from the siege of Vicksburg, and it is phenomenal. You walk in there and there's this huge mosaic of the Illinois state crest. It's absolutely phenomenal. It's amazing. It's like one of the biggest monuments on the battlefield too, if not the biggest. You know, and being in Illinois, and I was like, wow, there's something cool that Illinois did. Because Illinois, like with the Civil War stuff, they really don't give a shit. But that was one thing they really did for the Civil War veterans. That was one thing Illinois actually did for the Civil War veterans. Other than that, they're like, oh yeah, so and so stayed here. Lincoln was in Springfield. There's New Salem, and this we don't give a shit about. That's I mean, Southern Illinois was probably more involved with the Civil War, with more Civil War stuff. But Northern Illinois, even though like Northern Illinois units were like really big, like a Northern Illinois unit started the Battle of Gettysburg. I think what was it? The 8th Illinois. The 8th Illinois Cavalry started the Battle of Gettysburg. It was the person who shot the first bullet at Gettysburg was from the 8th Illinois Cavalry. You know, so there's Illinois doesn't do enough, in my opinion, with any of that stuff. But that's just me. That's just me. That's just me. That's just me. I don't think it's just me that thinks that either, though. Because back when I was a reenactor, a lot of people from Illinois were like, Illinois needs to do this. It's the 150th anniversary. And Illinois is like, I don't care. Of course, at the time, Illinois didn't have a whole lot of money. But we have more points than the enemy. Sorry, guys. I'm talking a lot and not really paying attention to the game. How the hell am I doing? How many kills did I have? I scored really well. 68 and 12. Well, I'm apparently doing okay for not paying attention. Let's go to Champagne. Let's go to Champagne. Can't really use the Madsen in that one, though. I'm going to switch to the Luger. Switch to the Luger. Switch to the Luger. But anyway. Lots of fun tonight, guys, talking about all kinds of things. Books, history, paranormal, all kinds of fun stuff tonight. All kinds of fun stuff tonight. Again, I don't really have anybody online, but we're still having fun, right? We're still having fun. Still having fun, grinding to get my watch hours up. Grinding to get my watch hours up. Every little bit helps, right? Been on 2 hours and 22 minutes. I'll probably be on for another half an hour. Again, I'm going 3 hours. I got to work again tomorrow. I'll probably be fairly busy. Don't know how many check-ins I have, but I was busy tonight, boy. Whew. Busy, busy, busy. Come play with us. Ugh. Got into my rant about how awesome The Shining is. Still the greatest, one of the greatest books ever written. How old is Stephen King nowadays? Isn't he like in his mid-70s now? I don't know. Guy's getting up there. Guy's getting up there. You know the cool thing about Stephen King, though? It's like most of his books are based out of Maine, aren't they? Again, I've only read a couple of his books, but most of his books are based out of Maine, and you got to give a guy credit for that. Made Maine kind of interesting when Maine's Maine. I'd visit Maine, though. I'd visit Maine. They got good fishing up there, don't they? They got good, probably good lobster, I feel. I could eat a good lobster. Ooh. Isn't that where they do a lot of lobster fishing? I don't know. I mean, I'd visit Maine and just to eat lobster. I know back when I visited Massachusetts, they had good lobster and stuff there. Maybe they got good lobster there. Cabot's Cove. Cabot's Cove is like a fictional place, but I always like, oh, Cabot's Cove, Jessica Fletcher. Ooh, they probably got good lobster there or something. I'm a nerd like that. That's another fun show to watch. I used to watch that show with my grandmother. Loved that show. Murder, She Wrote. Loved that show. I still watch that from time to time. I'll be like, oh, Murder, She Wrote's on Amazon, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to watch a few episodes. Loved it. Absolutely loved Angela Lansbury. Absolutely loved Angela Lansbury. I saw, like, her very first movie. It's called Gaslight. That's a great movie. If you guys ever like to watch old movies, watch the movie Gaslight. Angela Lansbury's like super young in there, and she's really hot. You know, it's like her first movie, and it's like, man, Angela Lansbury, classy lady. She's dead now, unfortunately. I would have loved to have met her. Loved her in Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. That's man, I haven't watched that movie in forever. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. You guys remember that movie? Oops. Young Angela Lansbury was hot, man. And I always liked her because, especially when I was growing up and she was, you know, old but not old, and then like later on when she became like, you know, old. I was like, I want Angela Lansbury to be my grandmother. Who didn't? Because you'd watch, like, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, and you're like, I want Angela Lansbury to be my mom or my grandmother. Do kids nowadays know what Bed Knobs and Broomsticks is? I don't. Do kids nowadays watch those old, like, 60 cheesy, like, semi-scary, semi-paranormal, like, seriously, that was like a staple in my household. We always had to watch Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Kids these days need to watch Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. And Angela Lansbury plays, like, this witch. And she, like, turns a bed into, like, a travel thing where they can, like, go back in time and everything. And she brings, like, these old medieval, like, armor to life to fight off Nazis. It's based in during, like, the 1940s England. And she's got, like, her niece's kids that have to come stay with her because London's being bombed or whatever. And, like, the Nazis, like, invade this part of England. I don't know, it's in Timbuktu, England somewhere, and the Nazis decided they wanted to invade. And she, like, brings these, like, old medieval knights to life. And these old medieval knights fight the Nazis, and it's really, really cool. It's really, really cool. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. If you guys have never watched that movie, please watch that movie for me. Make your kids watch that movie. Make your kids watch Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Man, I haven't seen that movie in years. I watched that all the time when I was growing up. That's a movie that, honestly, even in my 40s, I could go back and watch and love it. That's one of those movies where I could go back and watch and still love it. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. It's a good family movie. It's a good family movie. That was like a cult classic when I was growing up. It's probably not now. People probably don't even remember it. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Man, I'm going to have to go back and see if that's on Amazon now. Angela Lansbury. That's a lady that I would have loved to have met. I bet she was a fascinating woman. Her and Carol Burnett. Carol Burnett's still alive, man. She's another woman I'd love to meet. I love her comedy, her slapstick comedy. I've watched the Carol Burnett show a few different times, at least what seasons they've had on Amazon. Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. Man, that's a movie I haven't seen in years. Getting, like, back when I was growing up, that used to be like, oh, we have to watch this around Halloween. One of my all-time favorites growing up. One of my all-time favorites growing up. I don't think my my generation's doing a good enough job when it comes to that. They need to watch some of those old movies that we watched growing up. Maybe they do, because my son's in his 20s now, and so maybe my generation, who has more kids than I do, maybe they have made their kids watch those sort of movies, but I don't think they have. I don't think they have. Seriously, I'd watch that movie and go right back in nostalgia. Such a good movie. My goodness. And seriously, watch the movie Gaslight. Watch the movie Gaslight. I can't remember if that's an Ingrid Bergman. Is that I gotta Google that now. Gaslight, the movie Gaslight. It's made in like 1934. Like I said, it was Angela Lansbury's first movie. I think she was probably like 17 or something. Gaslight. Gaslight movie. I can't remember. It is an Ingrid Bergman movie. It is an Ingrid Bergman. I can't remember who played her husband. I think a no-name played her husband. I can't remember. Yeah, I don't know the... It's got Ingrid Bergman, Angela Lansbury, Charles Boyer, Mae Whitty, Joseph Cotton. I don't remember any of those people, but Ingrid Bergman is in it. She plays the main character who gets gaslit. And it's an excellent movie. Excellent movie. That's a good movie to watch. That's a good movie to watch. That's a good movie to watch. I watch that every now and then. I like watching old movies. I grew up watching old movies. My grandmother and I would sit and watch old movies together. My grandmother liked Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. That's a really good one. You know, how many times... If you've watched Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, they do the scene where they're at the barn raising. They're barn raising. And it's like, how many times did they have to do that scene? How many times did they have to do that scene? And you had to have talent back then, I feel. Seven Brides for Seven Brothers. She really liked Annie, Get Your Gun, and Meet Me in St. Louis, and all those movies. I'd watch all those movies with her. One of the things, when my Uncle Tom was, in plays in St. Louis, they'd be like, oh, they're doing Annie, Get Your Gun, come down. And she'd always get to go see Annie, Get Your Gun at the Playhouse in St. Louis. It was one of her favorites. Seven Brides and Seven Brothers was another one. That's got... It's got, not Rex Harrison. What the hell was that guy's name? Rex Harrison does a good movie. The Ghost of Mrs. Muir. That's a good movie. That's a good movie. If you're into the paranormal, you'd probably like that movie. The Ghost of Mrs. Muir, where she goes and buys a house on the coast in England that was a sea captain's house, and he died, and they're like, oh, he killed himself, but he actually fell asleep and kicked on some old gas thing in there, and he died of asphyxiation or something like that. Well, anyway, this ghost helps her write a book about a sea captain's life, and it makes her super famous. And she actually falls in love with this ghost, and she never remarries. She's a single mom because her husband died in war or something like that. I can't remember now. But she never remarries because she fell in love with this ghost. And it takes her throughout her life and how she becomes famous because this ghost helped her write a book called Living on the Sea, or A Sea Captain's Life. And everybody's like, how does this, woman write this, manly book about being a sea captain? And, she can't tell people, well, a ghost helped me write this, because... people would think she was nuts. But anyway, she falls in love with the sea captain ghost, and in the end, it's actually really sweet. The sea captain ghost takes her to heaven, and like they live in heaven together. It's actually really good movie. The Ghost in Mrs. Mirror. Watch that. That's a good movie. I can't think of that's a Rex Harrison movie. I can't think of who was the main character was. I could see the man's face. I can't think of what his name is. I'm gonna have to look that up. That's gonna bother me. I gotta Google that now. Hide in this corner and Google that too. I could do that when nobody's online. That's the one thing about when nobody's online to talk to you during your streams. You can at least Google stuff and not, be bothered. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. What the hell is that? I can never remember that dude's name, but he's got such a deep, burly voice when he sings. 7 Brides for 7 Brothers. That's one of my all-time favorites. Such a nerd. It's gonna piss me off when I know what the hell the guy's name is, because I never remember his damn name. Howard Keel. That's the dude's name. Howard Keel. Man. Howard Keel plays the main character. And Jane Powell is the woman main character. Jane Powell. I'm not a big Jane Powell fan. She tries to sing in there and almost ruins the movie. But Howard Keel does an amazing job in that movie. I love that movie. That's another movie I need to go back and rewatch. All kinds of good old movies to watch. Howard Keel. Bless your beautiful heart, wherever it may be. Going court, going court. That's a Jane Powell song where she almost messes the movie up. She does not have a voice whatsoever. She almost ruins the movie in a couple of different scenes where she tries to sing, and it's like, oh, please don't let her sing. Please don't let her sing. But that's a good movie. Good night for a coon hunt. I love that movie. The Sovereign Women. They end up kidnapping these 7 women in town and take them up to where they live, this cabin out in the middle of nowhere, and they ended up all marrying in a shotgun wedding. Because once they're able to get to these brides, these women, they don't want to leave. They actually fell in love with all these brothers. And so they're like, I'm pregnant. So they have a shotgun wedding, even though the shotgun wedding's fake. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. Bless your beautiful heart. Yeah, he. So Howard Keel, the main character, he goes into town and he's like, I gotta find a wife. And so he oh, I like you. You're gonna marry me, and we're gonna go up to my cabin. I've got 7 brothers up there, and this woman gets stuck in this cabin with these 7 brothers, and she's like, oh my God, what the hell did I get into? It's a great movie. The barn raising scene's the best one, where everybody does all their dances and stuff. They dance on logs, and then they get into a big fight at the end, and it's like, man, how many times did they have to do that scene? All kinds of fun stuff we talk about on my stream. All kinds of fun stuff. Just wish there was more people. Howard Keel. I don't remember what other movies he was in, but... Whoop. Ugh. Let's see, I got 8 minutes left in this match. How long have I been on here? Oh, I got almost 3 hours in. Almost 3 hours in. Well, hi, Miss Polly. Are you here to talk some old movies with us, sweetie? Did you just get a drinks? You got water hanging from your mouth, honey. You're trying to tell me that this should be the last match of the night so we can curl up and watch a movie or something? Yeah. Have I given you treats today? Yeah, remember, she might be bugging me for treats. I tried to pistol butt the guy. I'd love to go back and meet some of those old actors from the golden age of Hollywood. Kathy Bates is another one I'd like to meet. She's still alive. I think the last thing I watched with Kathy Bates was Disjointed. I loved that show. I think they only made like 2 seasons of that. But Kathy Bates. My grandmother loved Kathy Bates. Loved her in Fried Green Tomatoes. I know I'm a nerd, and I'm a sensitive person. Not just with my clairvoyancy. I'm just a sensitive person in general. It's what comes with being a clairvoyant. You know, those movies mean something, you know. I loved Fried Green Tomatoes. I'm not ashamed to admit it. I'm not ashamed to admit that at all. That was a good movie. That was a good movie. Fried Green Tomatoes. I've actually gone and eaten, like, since I watched that movie, I was like, I need to eat fried green tomatoes. Like, what's the deal with fried green tomatoes? And I've gone and eaten fried green tomatoes, and fried green tomatoes are actually really good. Got a lot of flavor to them. Bow, chicka, bow, wow. Reload! Reload! Ah. You know, you can actually go to where they filmed Fried Green Tomatoes, and it still kind of looks like that place. I always thought that would be kind of fun. I can't remember where that was filmed at. I looked that up a while back. It was a while ago. Oh. You can actually go into like the store where the little diner area that's like based in the movie. You can actually go visit that place. I think that would be kind of cool. I'm a nerd like that. Nice shot. Oh. Ingrid Bergman. She did a lot of good movies. She did a lot of good movies. Not one of my favorite actresses, but she did a lot of good movies. Ingrid Bergman. She had an interesting life. Of course, my all-time favorite movie is Casablanca. That's my all-time favorite movie. Every person should watch Casablanca. Humphrey Bogart. Oh, God. Bogey. One of my all-time favorites. I liked him in The African Queen. Him and Katharine Hepburn. Katharine Hepburn's another one of my all-time favorites. and all the gin joints and all the towns and all the world. She had to walk into mine. Play it again, Sam! Love that movie. Oh, freaking love that movie. I need to go back and watch it. I used to watch that a few times a year. I'm not going to lie. It's my all-time favorite. Oh, one of the greatest lines of all time. All the gin joints in all the world. She had to walk into mine. We'll always have Paris. We'll always have Paris. Oh, love that movie. Oh, Casablanca. Seriously, guys. All-time greatest old movie ever. Casablanca. Another movie my dad got me into. It was one of his all-time favorites. When time goes by. Oh, yeah. I'm going to have to go back and watch that one. I used to own it. Got lost somewhere when I got divorced. I can't remember. That seems to happen. Oh, I had this movie. I owned that movie. Oh, I had this. I had that. And, well, then I got divorced and lost it, or it got switched in a move or something. Dun, 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 dun. Well, hi, Miss Polly. Miss Polly. What you doing, honey? Are you trying to tell me it's time to get offline? Are you trying to tell me that it's time to get offline and watch one of these damn movies that I'm talking about? All kinds of fun stuff we talk on my stream. All kinds of interesting stuff. Talked old movies, talked books, talked music, talked all kinds of paranormal stuff. All kinds of paranormal stuff. Talked about actors and actresses and who our favorites are. And movies we need to make people watch. All kinds of fun stuff tonight, huh, Polly? You saying hi, Polly? You want to say hi to everybody all night? Oh, she's purring. She's a lover tonight. She wants to curl up and get some loving. Yeah. She curled up with me before I got online, and I was like, oh, man, should I get online? Because Polly's really cute and cuddled up with me. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll get off of you and go online. And now she's back for some more love. Now she's back for some more love. Polly likes to give kisses. Yeah. Polly likes to give kisses. We have more points than the enemy. Bed knobs and broomsticks, Casablanca, Seven Brides for Seven Brothers, The Ghost of Mrs. Muir, all kinds of the movie Gaslight, all kinds of fun movies. Make your children watch Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, and make yourselves watch Casablanca. That's my homework for all of you tonight. Make your children watch Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, and make yourselves watch Casablanca. Oh, are you trying to say hi? Are you trying to say that to people too there, Miss Polly? She's knocking my mic here. You could probably hear her purring. I wonder if you guys can hear her purring. Yeah, say hi, Polly. Say hi. Say hi. Let's see. Let's see. I could probably go one more round. How about one more round, Polly, and then we'll call it a night? One more round, Polly, and we'll call it a night. It's the last go around, Polly. It's the last go around. We'll always have Paris, Polly. We'll always have Paris. Now, if you go around and say that, make that quote, and people don't get the reference, don't bother being their friend. But if they get that reference, be their friend. Because if they get that reference, they're probably good people. We'll always have Paris, Paul. In all the gin joints, in all the towns, in all the world, and she had to walk into mine. Best scene of any movie ever. Best scene of any movie ever, Miss Polly. Polly gets it. Polly the cat gets it. Polly the cat made a special appearance in my paranormal video. Yeah, Polly the cat made a special appearance in my paranormal video the other day. So, final round, guys. Final go around. Then it'll be curtains for me. It'll be curtains for me. Because I'm tired and I got to work again tomorrow. But I'll be going live tomorrow, though, after work. I'll be going live tomorrow. You guys can join in tomorrow, and we could talk about all kinds of fun stuff tomorrow. We could talk about all kinds of fun stuff tomorrow, too. Maybe not as cool and fun as we had tonight, but we'll talk about cool, fun stuff. Maybe talk some more paranormal stuff. Maybe I'll look up some more paranormal shows to recommend to people, and more books and all that. Bagpipes and broomsticks. Man. I can't believe that's not like a cult classic. Like, Hocus Pocus is a cult classic nowadays. That's a movie that my generation has done a great job sharing with their kids. But like Bed Knobs and Broomsticks, I don't know why people. Maybe that was like too much of a cult classic. Maybe I thought other people that I grew up with watched it, but I mean, Hocus Pocus will always be famous. Hocus Pocus will always be famous. In my opinion, Bed Knobs and Broomsticks deserves that kind of cult following. At least in my opinion. Now, I'm just a peon and a peasant. Somebody might think so. Somebody else might. Somebody else might. Somebody else might think so. Somebody else might like Angela Lansbury as much as I do too. Other people probably grew up watching Murder, She Wrote, right? In my generation, people probably grew up watching Murder, She Wrote. Everybody loves Murder, She Wrote, right? Another good one. I didn't even think about this. Did you guys ever watch The Ghost and Mr. Chicken? That Don Knotts movie? That was another staple in my household. You had to watch The Ghost and Mr. Chicken. If you guys are into the paranormal, that's another movie you should watch. It's a comedy. It's a comedy because it's got Don Knotts in it. But that's a good movie for paranormal people to watch, is The Ghost of Mr. Chicken. That's a good one. He has to stay the night in a haunted house and everything. Oh, that's another good one. That's another one I haven't watched in years. Ooh, headshot from 77 meters. Good for me there. There's another show, Barnabas. What the hell was that movie? That show called with the Barnabas vampire? I never really watched that one. I've got that one in my Amazon queue, but I never watched that one. Never watched that one. I was always more of the Addams Family. The hell was that show called with the Barnabas vampire? I've got it in my damn queue. I just can't remember what show that was called. More of the Addams Family. Especially when they remade the movies in the early 90s with Christina Ricci. Oh man, Christina Ricci, she's hot. I'm a big fan of hers. And then she did the movie Casper too. I really liked that one. That was a good one. Can't remember what was that. Who the hell was that? Was that Bill Pullman that played her dad? That dude was in like every 90s movie. That dude was in like every 90s movie. Christina Ricci, yeah, she's hot. Just sitting here waiting for some more people to come up so I can shoot them. I only got 9 bullets left in this thing, and then I'll have to run around with my Luger, but that's okay. I wonder what the hell Christina Ricci's doing nowadays. I wonder what movies she's making or shows. I know she was helping on the remake of The Addams Family, the one on Netflix, but I don't know if she's making any movies lately. Oh, out of bullets. Bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum ba 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 bum ba 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 ba. The Addams Family. Ba-da-da-dum. Psst, psst. Ba-da-da-dum. Psst, psst. Ba-da-da-dum. 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 Spooky and the spooky. Da-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. The Addams Family. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. I think they got the old Addams Family show on Amazon. I think they only have like a couple of seasons of it though. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Polly's like, Matthew, I told you to get offline, honey. She's just hanging out down by my feet, curled up, just waiting for me. Just want to make sure I get my watch hours on here. Didn't have very many people online, so I'm trying to eke out every minute I can. Plus, I'm having fun. I just gotta go to work in the morning. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. Or not in the morning, but you get what I work second. I work second. Da-da-da. Ooh, I got a headshot from 85 meters. Nice. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba-da-ba. The Addams Family. That guy's too far away. I wish it could be like Halloween 24/7. I love Halloween. I Halloween's always my favorite holiday. People are all like, oh, Chris, oh, I got a headshot from 92 meters. Holy shit. But everybody's like, Christmas, Christmas, Christmas. And it's like, no, guys. Halloween's far better than Christmas. Always been a Halloween and Thanksgiving person. October's my favorite month. Gotta love the fall. It's like the one thing about the Midwest that I actually like is like the fall time. Other than that, the Midwest can go to hell. This would be October year-round. Is there a place on this planet that it's like October year-round? If there is, let me know. Like, that's one of the reasons why I like Salem, Massachusetts, because they make it like October year-round. That's why I would move. I know, like, I hate wintertime, but I would move to Salem, Massachusetts just because it's like October there year-round because of the witch trials and stuff. Any place that makes, like, Halloween year-round is an awesome place for me, and I would totally move there just for that. I would deal with the stupid tourists. Plus, it's a paranormal paradise. It's a paranormal paradise. I haven't been to Salem, Massachusetts since I was, like, 18. I'm in my 40s now. I like old places like that anyway. Well, somebody got their foot blown off there. Or leg blown off. Is there any place on this planet like Salem that makes Halloween year-round? I don't know any other place outside of Salem that does that, but there's got to be more, right? There's got to be more places like that, like out east like that, like in New England. I'm sure there's a lot of cool old places like that. I need to live in a more touristy old place. Screw the Midwest. I said screw the Midwest well, a couple of different times. I always end up back here. I hate it. I'm Midwest through and through with my personality and everything, but man, as soon as I get the chance to get out of here, bye-bye, Midwest. Excuse me. I'm gonna have that frickin' Addams Family song in my head now. Oh yeah, this is the final go around. God damn it, I got that in my head. Why did you all put that in my head? Damn it. I feel like all the action's down on that side of the trench. Oh, I got somebody coming on. Got somebody. Ah, fun times on my stream. Fun times on my stream. Fun times on my stream. Just need more people. Just need more people on my streams. If I got more people on my streams, I'd hit that 4,000 watch hour mark. Got a piece of that guy. Got him again. Didn't kill him, but I got him again. It's like my squad got him. God, that's gonna make me have to watch Addams Family now. Ah, thank God it's the final go around. I have to reposition my gun. I can't see shit now. Let's go back up this way. God damn it! Da 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 da. Thought I saw a muzzle flash over there. Somebody must have got the guy. Oh, nut got me. Reposition the old gun up here again. Having fun taking people out. Let's go by this dead tree again. Getting a lot of people up here. Just under 8 minutes left here. Again, that's the final go around. Had a lot of fun tonight. Had a lot of fun. I needed a nice, relaxing stream like this. Would have been nice to have more people on, but we talked about a lot of fun stuff. Talked about a lot of fun. A headshot from 77 meters. I don't know what show I'm gonna go watch. Like, I know I need to go watch The Addams Family now. But I don't know what other show to watch. I mean, I need to go to bed. But, I don't know what show I'm gonna watch when I get offline. There's a lot of different shows I want. I don't know. I was watching Supernatural. I was binge watching Supernatural, but I don't think I'll go back to that. I think I'll go back to something else. Could watch some more paranormal shows. Could watch Addams Family. Could watch a couple of movies, I guess. I don't know. Maybe Polly the Cat will help me decide. Polly the Cat probably just wants cat treats. Like I said, Polly the Cat made a special appearance on my last paranormal video. She chimed in, said hi, gave me some loving, rubbed up on me, and then was like, okay. And then came back and got some more loving. Because you know how cats are. You know how cats are. You guys know how cats are. Well, at least some of you do. If you're a cat person. I wonder if I should move up to that one little hill area there. Getting a lot of kills here, but I feel like I need to move up here. I have the best view, but I might be able to get some more people. Like I said, they like to come around that tank. Let's see. Well, out of bullets. Let's turn around with the old Luger. Oh, got a headshot on that guy. Just gonna sit here. I guess I could post my gun up here next to this tank, because they do like to come around that tank. I just like that vantage point where I'm at, because I can look down at the trench and everything. Somebody's got a Flammenwerfer over there. Flammenwerfered somebody to death. Oh my god, I gotta get that out of my head. 3 minutes, 30 seconds left in the match. Again, final go around. Final go around. Again, I am up to like 930 subscribers, guys. Thank you. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Keep hitting that subscribe button. That 1,000 subscriber mark is just around the corner. Keep leaving comments for me, guys. I've enjoyed responding to people's comments. I spent an hour, a couple of days in a row now responding to people's comments. Helps motivate me. It helps make more content. It gives me content ideas. So keep leaving comments. And hit that bell button. That lets you know when I go live. That lets you know when I post. And that just, well, helps small streamers like myself. Again, I'm thinking about taking a week off from making my vlog entry. It depends on what all I can get done on my days off on Monday and Tuesday. I'm trying to make a couple of episodes here coming up, because I'm going to be talking about a couple of my more negative paranormal experiences. One's about possession, and another one's about me getting attacked by an entity in Savannah that made me shy away from the paranormal and my clairvoyancy. Both made me really look at my clairvoyancy as a curse more than anything. So that's coming up. I'm working on another vlog entry called My Paranormal Hotspots, where I talk about my favorite paranormal hotspots, places I've been to, places I want to go, places I want to go back to, places that are around the world, around the country mostly, but somewhere in Europe too. I talked a little bit about that at the beginning of my stream, some of the places like New Salem, Galena, a couple of other places. So that's what I'm working on, guys. Again, I'm trying to do my best to build up content so I can get a better schedule and organized. So I might be taking a week off. Again, it just depends on what all I can get done on my days off coming up. It's really hard to do on these 3 and 4 day stretches where we're really busy. So that's coming up. I typically post my Living with the Paranormal vlog entries on Thursday. When I add my next vlog, my Paranormal Hotspots, I'm thinking about adding that on probably Tuesday or Wednesday. Probably Tuesday. I'm trying to phase out as much gaming as I can right now. Like I said, I'm using gaming go lives to build up my watch hours. Because, well, that's how I'm getting close to my, well, I'm not close to my 4,000 hours. I'm nowhere near it, but that's how I'm really trying to build up and talk to my community and communicate, because I do have a lot of gamer friends that love to talk with gaming. But that's what I'm doing, guys. That's what I'm doing. Again, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the subscribes. Again, check out the Anti-Tinkerbell for me. She's an awesome person, an awesome streamer. She's really trying to build up her YouTube following. Go check her out. Go check Katrina Weidman out for paranormal content. Go check Heather Taddy's website. Go check Chris Williams' website. They've got some cool stuff out there. Guys, thank you. Go check out Jason Hawes and the Paraverse too. That's another good couple of paranormal stuff to watch. But again, guys, thank you so much for your love and support. Thank you so much for the comments. Keep leaving comments for me, please. Keep leaving comments for me. If there's something you want me to talk about paranormally, please bring it up. I've had a couple of people ask me about DMing me, and YouTube doesn't have a personal DM. But if you subscribe to me, you can leave comments in my community, and I respond very quickly. I get back very quickly. And that's probably the best way to get a hold of me for now. My community is very open-minded. If people aren't open-minded, I'll boot them from my community. It's an open, safe place to talk about whatever you want, especially when it comes to the paranormal. Share your paranormal stories in my community, and I can address them directly and either make content from it or just address them to you in the community. My community is very open-minded. I'm trying to make it very open-minded. So if you don't feel comfortable about leaving a comment on one of my videos but still want to talk, leave a comment in my community, and then go from there. Right now, I'm just not giving out my email or anything, but that's the best way to direct message me, is leave a comment in my community, and I will address whatever questions or just talk about whatever you want to in my community. I'm trying to really build up more action and more talk in my community. I've got 930 subscribers. I leave messages in there, but nobody ever comments or anything. They hit that like button or thumbs up button, but I'm really trying to build up a more of a community chat. So again, if you don't feel comfortable leaving a comment on my videos, leave it in the community section. They're more open-minded. You won't get made fun of. You definitely won't be made fun of from me. I'm very open-minded when it comes to paranormal things, whether it's aliens or Sasquatches or whatever it is, UFOs that you believe in. Leave a comment. If you have questions, I'll respond right away. Again, guys, thank you so much. I hope you all have a good rest of your weekend, and again, I will be going live tomorrow, probably around 11 again, because of my work schedule. Again, everybody, have a good night, and I'll see you online tomorrow.